Redcoat number 3 is actually the first issue of Redcoat that I've ever bought. I had intended to buy Redcoat number 1, but my comic shop neglected to pull it for me. And I wanted the regular version, the regular cover, and they only had the variants after a while, like the following week. So, and then later they didn't even have the variants. And then I thought, well, maybe I'll get Redcoat number 2, and I saw it on the shelf, but I was a little hesitant. Maybe I think I waited a week or so, and then Redcoat number 2 was gone too. So when I saw Redcoat number 3 on the shelf, I was like, I better grab it. And the cool thing is, it's only $3.99. I don't know if it says there. Oh, it probably says on the front. There we go. It's only $3.99. But I think there's like 22 pages of story, and it's like a cardstock cover. You know, at DC they charge you $1 extra for the cardstock covers, so it's a bargain. You know, plus you got that wraparound cover like I just showed. So plus it's written by Jeff Johns and drawn by Brian Hitch. So you know you're going to get a quality product. It's not like you're getting something by, you know, somebody who doesn't know what they're doing. These guys have been doing this for decades, and they do it well. So, anyways, Redcoat is sort of a um, historical adventure series that is with a mystical bent to it. You know, so it reminds me of like how CrossGen, back about 20 years ago, CrossGen had all these comics that were sort of you know, sort of superhero comics that didn't look like superhero comics. So you had, you know, barbarians and detectives like Brath, not barbarians like Brath and detectives like Ruse and, um, you know, characters like that that were the Sojourn, who was sort of like, you know, swordswoman character. So that's what this reminds me of. They're sort of have the same. They appeal to people who like superhero comics, but they don't have superheroes in them, you know. But they have everything else that people like about superhero comics. They have action, adventures, explosions, and so forth. Now, Ruse, Redcoat is Simon Pure is his name, and here he is with he's an immortal who now unfortunately has gotten stabbed by this axe, and this is potentially going to kill him. And Benedict Arnold is still alive in the this is like the 1890s, and this is like a 13-year-old Albert Einstein that Simon Pure has befriended. And so Benedict Arnold's still alive because he's an immortal too. I guess they're two of the last immortals. And anyways, it sort of plays around with the myths with of American history. You know, as you can see, the George Washington cutting down the cherry tree and things like that. I don't want to spoil the whole thing, but wow, there's some great drawing in there by Brian Hitch. I mean, which goes without saying. He's always going to do, you know, if you've seen his work before, you know he does a great job. And then there's a promo for Redcoat number 4. And then this is a kind of cool thing. It's one of those like official handbook of the Ghost Machine universe. When it's like Benedict Arnold. So again, you get sort of that the thing that people like about superhero comics, but people maybe who are kind of bored by superhero comics or maybe looking for something a little more realistic. And of course, that probably also ties in with people like uh, who want to make movies and TV shows about comic book subjects. You know, you can kind of, if you're a creator, if you're doing something that doesn't involve somebody wearing a silly costume, it might be an easier sell to other media. You know, something like Ruse, they can see as, oh yeah, we can do that. But anyways, this my first exposure to Redcoat was actually in the Ghost Machine special that came out last year. It had a little short preview of Redcoat as well as the other Ghost Machine stuff, and I think it's pretty cool. I haven't been buying the other series, Rook Exodus and Geiger, simply because, you know, I'm kind of again a little holding off on them a little bit, waiting to see if they show up in the cheap bins and things like that. those are the three Ghost Machine titles right now. Um, but I think I am going to start uh, getting Redcoat. You know, not waiting around to see if it shows up in the cheap bins, because it is more of the type of thing I'm into. I'm a fan of history, and not so much about like some of the world building that's involved in some of the other series. But Redcoat, deals with like real subjects, people who actually existed, and like I said, in American history, which is something I'm interested in, anyways. It'd be nice if they had a letter page. A lot of comics these days don't have letter pages, but something like this seems like it would be ideal for letter pages where people to write in about historical things. So, anyways, I enjoyed it. Like I said, I've never read an issue of Redcoat before. I'd only read that little short preview that was in the Ghost Machine special, so I really had no, knowledge other than that about what the comic was like. But I was able to pick it up, understand it, and enjoy it. So, yeah, and it's only $3.99, and you get a cardstock cover. And so, yeah, it was a good bargain. Uh, Kudos to Image and Jeff Johns and the whole Ghost Machine crew. That's it for my review. Thumbs up on Redcoat number 3. Thanks for watching.